Huddle Up Podcast. It is July the 29th, 2025, and we are back with you again as we are gearing up training camp, if you will, for the upcoming season. And you can subscribe to us and follow us on all of our social media. We're at Huddle Up Podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Twitter. We are at Huddle Up Podcast Inc. on the Instagram, on the Twitch page. We're at Huddle Up Inc. You can get our merchandise over on our T Public store. So make sure you go ahead and grab that. Check on the sales. You can also hit our link tree and all of our social medias, as that will have all of everything. Everywhere you can find us, podcast platforms, and all of that. So, and if you do find us, or if you are on a podcast platform that you can't find us on, reach out to us on all of our social media. Let us know. We'll make sure we get it up there as well. Share it with your friends. Tell them all about us as we are gearing up for the upcoming season. So we have an episode here today to close out the month of July. Next Tuesday night, we'll be live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be ranking the top 16 NFL quarterbacks going into the new season. And then the following week on the 12th, we will have a recorded episode hitting the YouTube and podcast channels where we talk the Mount Rushmore of current NFL uniforms. And we'll be back live for our new season each and every week beginning on August the 19th. We'll have our college football preview. So we are excited to be back and getting things underway here, and have the same crew from last time back with us. It is Mikey B. It is Sean. Mikey B, how we doing?
We're good. We're good. Having some fun. Gonna talk about what would be if it wasn't anymore.
That's a good way to describe it. Sean, how we doing this week?
Doing great. Doing real great. Excited to get things rolling. It's our training camp. It's the NFL training camp. It should be a fun week.
It absolutely should. So yeah, this week, as we talked about last week, if you didn't hear us last week, we a champions debate, we called it. It was basically, would you rather beat your rival or would you rather win a national or a championship? So make sure you go check that out on all of our channels if you did miss that episode. But tonight, something a little bit different. And as you've seen me over the years, wearing my Chargers hat on this feed. I think I may have had a Ravens hat on this feed. I can't remember. I do own one of them. But basically, I know how the topic came up. We were at work. We were doing what we call a hot seat stand-up time, where it's basically 30 minutes out of your normal day, where we meet as a team, and sometimes we do play some games and whatnot. And my boss was on the hot seat and was asked, if your favorite team was eliminated from existence, who would be your new team and why? So I'm like, that is a podcast topic if I've ever heard it. So made sure to work it into the schedule here as we get ready for the upcoming season. So we're going to go through the big four professional sports. We're also going to do college football as we do in these sort of things. We will end with the two football leagues, since we are a more football focused show. We will start though in Major League Baseball. So basically, guys, let people know in case they are new to the show. And if you are new to the show, welcome. We're glad you're here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're hearing us, and on everywhere else, actually, by the way. The more places you subscribe, the better. But Mikey B, for this one, I will start with you. Let them know who your Major League Baseball team is and who you would be switching to and why.
I am a Boston Red Sox fan. I have been so elegantly placed into the middle of baseball heaven, USA. If I was forced to switch, I would not reside, because I do reside in the state of Florida. I would not stay there for my allegiance, because both the teams in the state of Florida suck.
Yes.
But I'm not going to go to a front runner or a contender or anything like that. I had two teams that I went back and forth on. One of them was the Arizona Diamondbacks. I love the Jersey concept. I love the ballpark. I've been there before. It's a beautiful stadium. But they're not who I ended up staying with. I ended up going back home. I'm originally from the DMV. Um, I would pledge my allegiance to the Washington Nationals.
Okay.
As a team that I could see 13 plus times a year, 7 or more of them live at Marlins Park for a total of $14 for all 7 games because they give those tickets away. The spring training complex is literally 15 minutes down the road from me. The
Nice.
Nationals and Astros, guy I play baseball with, is actually their head of nutrition. So I've gotten to tour the practice facilities. I've gotten to play tournament games inside the stadium. I've been on all of the complexes, practice fields, and stuff like that. So, just the ability of being able to see it all up front, close and personal. It would be probably the Washington Nationals. And again, grew up in that area. Watched. I went to their inaugural series. I didn't go to the inaugural game because it was super expensive. But I mean, I watched one of their first 3 games at RFK, which is getting ready to be imploded. Which potentially could be the new home of the Washington Commanders if they get that bill passed. So
Yeah.
it's like I love. I mean, and the State Nationals Park. I love that park. It's beautiful. The cherry blossoms in the outfield. I can't say enough positive things about it. So I would probably go back to the Washington Nationals.
There you go. Great reason for it, and smart to not pick the other Beltway team because that is just a lifetime of suffering that I don't wish on anyone.
It
And
was
their
one of,
division rival, so I get
and that's the thing. Like one of up until this past season, the team I played on in my men's league team, we were the Palm Beach Blue Jays, and it's like wearing a Blue Jays jersey, and it's a team that we have to play 19 times a game, and it's like
God,
I
this
don't
is
know if I
dirty.
like this. So it was like when we switched, we were cool, and now it's like I don't know that I could really root for a rival. I don't know
Yeah.
that I could really be all in hoping that they win championships. That's why it's like DC felt right, Arizona felt okay. Um, I had an allegiance for a little while to Colorado because a guy I knew played for him, but I don't know that I want to root for a team that's going to win 17 games.
Yeah, that's tough too. That's not great. That stinks.
Not great, Bob.
Yeah,
Check, please.
that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Not great, Bob.
All right, Sean, let them know your team. I mean, I guess given the jersey in the background and your general disposition on a weekly basis, should give it away. But let them know your team and who you would switch to and why in baseball.
First of all, go Phils. Kyle Schwarber is a national treasure and the greatest home run hitter in baseball. Period.
Fantastic. Fuck you, Yankees.
Period.
Fuck you, Aaron Judge.
Go Schwarber. F you and all your Otani West Coast home runs and all your Aaron Judge East Coast home runs.
I'll go with the other guy in the great
When
Northwest.
I need a home run in a pinch, I'll probably take Shohei Otani. But if he wasn't available, I'm going to take Kyle Schwarber any day, any day of the week.
Take the
And
dumper.
he's way more fun than either one of those other guys, first of all.
Take Big Dumper.
Okay, I do also really like Big. I think he's an absolute treasure to the game right now. I think having a power hitting catcher and he's just fun, and he's got the dad and brother storyline now tied in with guy's a gem. The Mariners need to make sure he never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
But man, this was the hardest of the 5 leagues for me to pick because I just outside of the Phillies, I didn't see it. There's so many teams, and I don't really like a lot about any of them. I started in the National League, and in the Central, I was like, man, the Brewers and first of all, the Cardinals have tremendous uniforms, a beautiful park.
They do.
St. Louis is a great sports town. They're very high on my list. The Brewers are named after beer. That's really all they had going for them. That was about it. But I mean, the Cardinals also named their stadium after a beer. So that's a big. It was pretty funny. But
you know, an interesting fact about that stadium, though, it's actually not named after the beer.
No,
because back then they wanted to name it Budweiser Stadium, but
right.
Major League Baseball wouldn't allow the corporate sponsorship. So the Bush family named it after themselves,
and then started Bush Beer,
and then created Bush Beer.
Yeah, as a big FU, and I really it's another reason I was really leaning towards St. Louis. But then I was like, growing up as a big Ken Griffey Jr. fan, I was like, Seattle's out there. They have Big Dumper now. It's a very good possibility.
Beautiful.
The Astros are willing to cheat to win.
Beautiful
that.
ballpark in the Pacific Northwest.
I like that the Astros will win at any cost. I like that. I like the Athletics are in Vegas. Maybe catch a game out there, but I fell on it and I was like, man, what would be like the most fun? Like if I was going to be like a Jackass fan that wanted to wear a costume, like I want a theme to my rooting for
Walker,
and
Texas
have a great
Rangers.
uniform. You would think, but I stay away from Dallas, and I know this. But it's
That's
proximity.
smart.
I don't want to be there. So I went with the Kansas City Royals. I feel like I'm going to be a Kansas City Royals fan. I know they don't have a shot at being super good. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Rays crossed my mind. They played
You just like
30
powder
minutes
blue.
but I do not like. I mean, I do. I like the powder blue unis a lot in general. The Rays ones aren't very good though. I
Those
like
are terrible.
I like
The
Rays
Royals ones are great.
I like when the Rays wear the throwbacks. Obviously, the Devil Rays. I like those. But otherwise, just wear the dark blue. Like the current logo works real well with the dark blue unis. Looks great. I haven't been over to the outside park in Tampa yet, but I hear it's actually pretty fun over at Steinbrenner Field, from what I understand. But I just think the Kansas City Royals. It's just something about like the regality of it. I could wear a crown to every game if I wanted to. No one hates the Royals, so you really, you're like, I'm a Royals fan. People are like, oh, weird.
Oh, you poor thing.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the
thing.
Royals. One of the guys that I actually work with, who is one of the leads of the poker room, is a Kansas City Royals fan, and he took off.
And that run they had the other year, where they were, I thought that they were going to pull it off. That was a fun run. I had a great time watching it, and they kind of have to do what Tampa Bay does, which is kind of just build teams with like from within, like nobody's going there to play, and you just wind up with a bunch of guys enjoying themselves. And I feel like that's fun to watch, and their park's cool to see. I'd love to go see a game there. So I'm gonna take the Kansas City Royals because it just doesn't affect my allegiances at all, and it seems like a fun park and a fun crowd, and I'm going for it.
Yeah, when AT&T Stadium and Globe Life Field are a 13-minute walk from one another.
Rangers were never an option.
He's so far away.
And they share the name with the New York Rangers, which doesn't help.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Gross.
This one was pretty easy. Most of these were actually pretty easy for me. I think college football was probably the hardest one. Somewhere EJ and Kyle are going bullshit.
Homer,
but I'll explain when we get there. Baseball was easy. I've always been an Orioles fan. They're my number one. The Phillies have always kind of been my number two. Grew up going to Reading Phillies game. Our family is a minor league family more than a major league family. So like growing up, it was Reading Phillies baseball games and Hershey Bears hockey games. Like that's what we did. So I've always had a close connection to the Phillies. I've always kind of followed them. Best mascot in sports by a mile. It's not a debate. It's not a question. The question is what's number two, and Gritty's probably in the league.
Probably just also in Philadelphia.
Yes. So.
Hold on. If you're gonna give the Fanatic number one, Wally the Green Monster would like a conversation for the fucking two spot.
And that's fine. You
calm the fuck down with Gritty.
At two.
You can calm the fuck down with Gritty. He can't even look at you because his lazy eye is looking over there at I-4.
No, because he already started a fight over there. He can't look at you with both.
Right. No, he can't because the cocaine is over.
He sees you both. He's got an eye on his drink and an eye on you. All right.
But yeah, and also, so the Phillies. The joke always used to be, and unfortunately, it's still accurate this year. When it shouldn't have been, is once the Orioles season is over, I become a Phillies fan. So I'm a Phillies fan on opening day. That was always the
right
joke.
Out of the chute.
But my wife's really gotten into baseball through these Phillies playoff runs the last couple of years, which is still a statement I never thought I'd say for the last 15 years. But it's a thing. So yeah, Phillies easy. There's no debate on that. Would be my. I mean,
I don't understand why a fan of any others. I mean, obviously, if you're like a Mets fan or something like that, or Braves fan, you wouldn't obviously jump to like the Philly. But
glad we don't know any Mets.
And man, it's a fun group. It's a fun park. It's a tremendous fan base. Even the manager's fun. He's just like an ordinary baseball.
Rob's
guy.
great. Rob is great.
Philly Rob. cheesesteaks at the ballpark. It's got
Like,
great
like when he gets
man.
mad, it's like it's not even like you're making him mad. It's like you're disappointing.
Yeah, he's the disappointed.
Like he doesn't get
dad.
mad at you;
Yep.
he gets disappointed.
Yep.
And like he doesn't like, and like with the other
He
month,
defers to the team captains to be mad at you.
yeah, like with Castellanos the other month, like he didn't get mad at him; he just put him in timeout for a game.
He's like, "You're sit down, bud."
Then he comes back out and has a great game.
Upsetting.
Like
Yep.
it works. But all right, let's move on, guys, to the NBA. And Sean, I will start with you this time.
NBA. So I'm no longer a Sixers fan. I'm loosely a Sixers fan. I'm not a huge basketball guy, but of course I'm going to pull for the 76ers. Who else am I going to pull for? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean it's. God, I've always liked the jerseys in Minnesota. I've liked and the Timberwolves in general is a dope mascot. That's a cool theme. I'm not going to any of the big ones. I don't want the Lakers or the Celtics or the Warriors or any of these teams that are huge. In fact, ironically, a team that the team that I landed on, I enjoyed watching growing up. I always pulled for them growing up because I was a big fan of their star. I loved the fact that they had a huge rivalry with New York, which it looks like might renew. And this team balled out this year and probably should have just shocked the world all around had somebody not gotten hurt. I'm gonna be an Indiana Pacers fan because I love everything that's going on there right now. I think that do I know they're gonna get the pieces they need to like continue to beat these other teams? No, probably not. They're just gonna fortify so that they don't. But I love the blue and yellow. I think it's sharp. I think their uniforms always look great. And to be honest, the atmosphere at their games always seems like a really good time. So I'm gonna get a vintage Reggie Miller jersey, and I'm going to show up to the game and just pretend that I'm yelling at Spike Lee. I'm gonna go to a game at Madison Square Garden and just heckle Knicks. Is what I'm gonna do.
All right, very good.
I hope that rivalry renews. I really do.
It would be fun. It'd be a lot of fun. Mike, where are you going in basketball? Where are you from and where are you going?
Again, I'm a Celtics guy, the great Northeast. Basketball. Give me the ball because I'm.
Is that EJ singing that?
We wish.
Is that an original EJ recording? We need to get him. We need to record him singing that.
I went back and forth on a couple of teams. Team number one, the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I would love to bring back the retro Seattle Supersonics jerseys.
Yes. That did cross my mind.
Good pick. That crossed my mind. Another team that crossed my mind was the Orlando Magic. I love their color combo of their uniforms. Love the pinstripes. Love the throwback with Shaq and Penny.
Get that Shaq throwback.
Yep.
Get the Penny Hardaway jersey with the Shaq sneakers. That's what you got to do.
Yep. Love both of those combos.
I'm going to get a Nick Anderson jersey.
But I'm going to actually go to the greatest throwback in basketball history. I am going to go to the great Northeast. I'm going to go north of the border, and I'm going to become a Toronto Raptors fan. Give me that Vince Carter with the fucking Jurassic Park dinosaur on the front.
Why don't you go to the Memphis?
Give me all of it.
Just get a Vancouver jersey, you know?
Honestly, close second. Here's the difference, though. The best player that Memphis has is one Instagram video away from being suspended for the rest of his life because he can't get his shit together.
I thought you were talking about Craig Ostertag. That's what I thought you were talking about.
John Moran, Greg Ostertag, one of the same.
Ostertag, dominant.
Great.
They're one of the same. But you're
two O's in a row.
I can get the Vince Carter. I can rock the T-Mac. I can get the Kawhi Leonard championship with the gold trim.
Don't do the
I can sit in the first row with Drake.
Stupid 9 bounces off 9 rims. I don't know what he hit. Bounced off the car in the parking lot.
He hit every piece of everything.
Freaking nonsense.
He was repeating the old Michael Jordan, Larry Bird commercial.
Outplayed, outballed, out.
Off the rim, off the
let me just throw this at the rim.
And eliminated. God. Yeah, and I get to hang out potentially with Drake. Yeah, I'm in. Send me to this.
Sucks because if Philly wins that game, they probably they got a shot to you win the whole thing. All of a sudden, Joel Embiid's talked about in a whole different world. But hey, I do love the Vince Carter throw. Also, Vince Carter has some of the most ludicrous non-basketball stats, like things that are
his
just
slam dunk contest wins while wearing the fucking Raptors jerseys.
Dope. Yeah, the Raptors a cool logo too. you're a dinosaur. You know, like that's
Let's go
doesn't get much
Jurassic.
cooler than that.
Yeah, this one, for me, if I had an NBA team, it would probably be the Sixers, just because it's closest, it's easiest for me to watch on a regular basis. It's the team that I root for when they make the playoffs. But like, I was debating. I was like, all right, well, back in the day, like I had Bulls jerseys, and I was kind of like a Bulls-ish fan because like who the fuck wasn't in the early '90s?
It's
Because
also
of
probably the coolest
Ernest
logo
Christian
in-
wasn't.
It's also
Well-
probably the coolest logo and color combination in the NBA. Like as far
yeah,
as a
like
standard uni, it's dope. It looks
it's
great every time.
fantastic. I thought about the Suns because I always kind of like Charles Barkley back in the day. They kind
And
of,
Cool
I think
color
they
scheme as well, yeah.
occasionally bust out those throwbacks.
Steve Nash.
Yeah,
There's a lot of great throwbacks. You get that. You get like one where they had like the sunburst coming up through
Yep.
the purple.
yeah.
That's a dope jersey.
It's like I thought about that, and it's like, okay, look, like if this were to ever happen,
Danny
the Sixers were to go away, like if I am actually going to make like an attempt to get into the NBA, right? Like where is it going to make the most realistic sense? Well, I'm already an Orioles fan. I'm already a Capitals fan. It's it's kind of built in. It's the next easiest place for me to watch sports because of the Monumental Sports Network. So, and look, I know people would warn me, James, you're going to go into a life of disappointment and frustration. I'm like, have you seen my favorite teams?
I was going to say between the
It's
Orioles
why I
and the
didn't jump
Cowboys,
to the
you're already
Orioles
there.
because I watch you struggle every year. And
Like
I was
this,
I'm not
this
going
is
back.
a life I know. This is a life I understand. This is a life I'm comfortable in. So I would be a Wizards fan.
You
as
wear it
painful-
well.
I wear it well. It's something I'm used to. I'm okay.
And this is where you can tell that basketball ranks 5th on the Big Gem power
right
rankings.
because like
because
I can easily
he
I
just-
can do.
the Wizards.
Yeah.
I almost went to the Wizards because I could go to games dressed as a wizard,
See, that's a nice
and
little.
that'd be dope.
I
could
would
just get a
love. I would
Wizards
love to
robe,
look up
pass
and
it down to
see
my kids.
the Wizard robe and Jim dressed up as Where's Waldo.
And I'm gonna get throwback Washington Bullets jerseys.
Right. And if I ever get shot, I can go out and be like, look at it. I went out as a fan.
I will say the one 3 or 4 years ago I wanted to get was the one that said the district,
It would
Mhm.
look cool.
because I do love when they do the district stuff.
You can
like,
still get a Michael Jordan jersey.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Jordan, second best thing there because I could have gone to the Bulls, but I go to the other place Jordan played.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, Wizards for me.
how'd you not take the White Sox then?
I also leaned on the Spurs just
I don't
because I
hate
love the
myself
black
that
and
much,
silver.
Mike.
I really do. I love the Spurs. There's a lot of great throwbacks there.
Yeah.
And the color scheme for the Spurs jerseys are just class. Like they're just.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the reason that the
Spectacular.
Raiders are the
But
most.
again, I'm in the state of Texas.
Yeah,
Which is very
that's true.
ironic once we get to college football.
But San
Hook 'em.
Antonio, like that's the thing though. But like if you're not in like the Dallas Arlington area, those cities are so far apart from each other. Like Dallas and San Antonio might
San
as well
Antonio's
be.
very.
You might as well be in different states.
Book a flight.
Yeah,
You'll get there faster.
yeah. Seriously, or just get picked up in a tornado, whichever one works. All right, so now we are moving out of the world of.
Basketball.
And we're going to the frozen confines of the National Hockey League. Mikey B, we'll start with you.
Well, I'm not staying in the East. Let's put it that way. And I'm not.
Absolutely.
And I'm definitely not fucking staying in the state of Florida as a Washington Capitals fan.
Yeah.
I will be taking my talents
Get wrecked, Tampa. Get wrecked,
Yeah.
Florida.
to a place that
Lightning's such a cool name.
Yeah, but fuck
yeah, it is. But there's a name that's so much cooler. We're going to the Pacific Northwest.
God damn it! I got.
Unleash the Kraken!
I'm literally looking at a Kraken jersey right now. It's a great.
It's so
It's
It's
good.
a great jersey. I love it. I
That's
would
dope.
definitely be a Seattle Kraken fan.
It's a finalist. I hadn't fully made my decision.
The only
but I was
the only
leaning
other
Kraken.
team that I had gone back and forth on was the other expansion team, the Vegas Golden Knights.
I think it's solid.
Because-
I visited Vegas in 3 sports to like think about. I was like, man,
So,
Vegas would be
Man,
fun.
working in a industry where I can get rooms at a reasonable rate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sign me
gambling at a
up.
rate that gets me free rooms on a regular basis.
So
It'd be very convenient for me.
yeah, like I would be all in for. Oh look, the Knights are home for a 3-game stretch. Guess we're going to Vegas.
Nice.
But yeah,
And
the
dressing
crack.
as a knight would be dope. I always think about what I could show up to games dressed as, even though I've never gone in costume to a game in my entire life.
I will say
That's not true. I've worn an eagle head once, but that's different.
That's different. It's like wearing a
You
cheese.
also wore a kilt at Notre Dame games.
I did dress up in a Braveheart-esque kilt attire for a Notre Dame Penn State game. Was it a Penn State game?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It was Notre Dame Penn State.
Yeah, we didn't even get tickets to the game.
Face paint the whole night. That's true.
Didn't even get tickets to the game. Dressed up like Braveheart. All right.
Dressed up like Braveheart. Wound up not getting tickets to the game. Watched it at the bar on campus.
Go Kraken.
It's a good pick. Now I got to revisit this for a sec. Let's go through my finalists. To be fair, the Lightning are a finalist. I mean, I think, and now having been to a game, I finally went to my first Lightning game, the Flyers game last year. Man, what a show. It's like a really fun time. And the fans are classy. I like the color scheme. I like the logo.
You have a weird definition of classy.
I mean, I was there rooting at a ridiculously loud Philadelphia level because I had spent a bunch of money on a third row ticket.
Yeah, but you're also talking about the team that took pity on you because if you buy a third row ticket and root for the other team in the playoffs, they'll ask you to leave.
Yeah, well, I won't.
Because that's happened countless times in that.
I will fight them. All right, let's go to some other. The only team in the East that I really considered is in Buffalo because I think that the Sabres throwbacks would be super fun. Any of them, the black and gold, the black and silver and red, or the throwback, I think are both really dope jerseys. And they're really not a threat in the East, so that would be fine. But them and the Lightning were the only ones I considered. Who else was I with? Man, I'm not going to be a Capitals fan because then I would just.
Here you are, by the way, Sean, and you're.
There it is.
Boy.
Decked out. Look how young I was. Jesus Christ. I feel like
that was 2006. That was almost 20 years ago, by the way.
All right. So we know that I'm a big fan of everything he said about the Kraken. Obviously, Vegas Gold Knights, the idea of doing the Vegas, the gold theme, the unis are crisp. The atmosphere is electric. That would be a phenomenal pick. Anaheim Ducks would be great because they could be a mighty duck, except I hate their franchise, and they're never going to be. Attack is back, Jack! Thanks, man. That's exactly what I was talking about. I like the Stars, but they play in the wrong city.
Yeah.
Dallas sucks. So it comes down really for me to a team I rooted for when Patrick Roy played there when they won a couple Stanley Cups with the Colorado Avalanche. Love the color scheme. Love the city. Get a chance to go see breathe the fresh mountain air. See the lay of land. Wear my throwback Patrick Roy jersey, or maybe a Milan Hajduk, which was my favorite player at the time that wasn't named Roy. But I'm going to throw you a curveball because I'm going to go with the coolest color scheme and the coolest throwbacks in the sport. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from the Edmonton Oilers' dope jerseys, or there's a lot of the St. Louis Blues have phenomenal uniforms. But man, a vintage expansion era San Jose Sharks jersey is one of the coolest jerseys, and I could get the pullover starter jacket to match.
Sure could.
Watch him skate out through the Shark's mouth.
Yep.
Yep. It's a city in California not named LA or San Francisco.
Solani.
It's a sneaky third California city in Sacramento. I'm going to take them in San Jose. I'm going to take the San Jose Sharks.
Dang, when you said the throwbacks, the great throwbacks, I thought you were going the Minnesota Wild.
They would be some dope ones
because their third jersey is like the old North Stars.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the green and the yellow.
But see, I get that, and then people would think I was a Dallas Stars fan, and then it would just throw things off.
It still has the Wild logo, though.
I was the reason, it was down to not only the Avalanche a finalist because of their color scheme and because of the ability to potentially dress as a Yeti to a game, but they also have the Quebec Nordiques throwbacks, which is
and also
dynamite.
Former affiliate of our Hershey Bears too.
Yeah, I do like everything about Colorado, but I've already done that. I've already kind of pulled for Colorado for a while because
I mean, if you want to dress as a Yeti, you could just do the mammoth.
Yeah, but
Utah mammoth.
I'm not. approaching the state of Utah.
That's
No
probably-
offense. If any of our listeners are from Utah or are Mormon, it's not a shot at you for
No,
me
you've
being
suffered
Mormon.
enough, though. You've suffered.
It's just Utah feels like a lot. I just I don't know. It feels like I'd have to get used to Colorado first, and then I could. I don't know.
Right,
I
right.
don't know what it is about it.
Yeah,
On
for
the
me
low
again,
list
this
there.
one's relatively easy. Yeah, I'm a Capitals fan. Obviously, we got the banner there. The
So you went Boston
895
Bruins.
Cal.
Nice, good
Ew.
pick. I do
But
hate
talking
the
about cool uniforms, they were brought up. They were a team that was brought up, and our dad's always been a fan of the St. Louis Blues. So I've always kind of followed them by proxy.
And they've
And
changed those jerseys several times, and it's always freaking dope.
yeah, I mean, and they just
The
this
splash of
offseason.
red for a little while was like meh, but it was
Yeah,
so
the
cool.
90s, the NHL jerseys in the 90s got
Wayne
real weird.
Gretzky era.
Yeah, like those got real weird. But like this summer, they just switched back. They're actually back to their kind of original
Yeah, that
style
just
uniform.
plain
It's
white
just-
musical note blue
it's
man.
simple, crisp, and clean.
Well, and the
Yeah,
Sabres, the old Sabres reminds me of that. It's very
yeah, but
similar.
yeah, for me, it's this one was easy. It's a team that I've always kind of had a close relationship to. When my Capitals had to give up when we were no longer champions, the Blues were the next one to take it. It was an easy.
I think it's weird that Mike roots for Boston in a sport or two, but then like roots for the Caps, so like hates Boston.
Okay, I can give you the backstory real quick.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
do you
hear it.
hate the Bruins?
Yeah, I can't fucking stand them. My dad and grandfather were never big into hockey.
Gotcha.
So living in the DC area, watching the Capitals 82 times a year on television every time they played or going to the stadium, I became a Caps fan. My grandfather liked basketball. My dad and my grandfather both loved baseball. So like I got into the Celtics and the Red Sox with them. And then I chose the Capitals. And then obviously I chose the Cincinnati Bengals. Because at that point there was 5 teams in the NFC East at the time, including the Arizona Cardinals, which made Phoenix Cardinals, which made perfect fucking sense.
Right.
And at that point I was like, well, my grandfather and my dad were Redskin fans. My aunt was a Cowboys fan. I had a couple friends who were Eagles fans, and I was just like, nope, don't want to be involved in this bullshit. There. Oh, look, I'm a Bengals fan.
Yeah, he found the Bengals.
It's a cat.
Yeah, this is one of the foster kittens. If anybody's in the Tampa area and would like to adopt a kitten in the next week or two, these little guys are going to be at adopting age and sometime in the middle of August. So,
is that cat named Javi Bulin?
My kids named all the things. So this one has a weird name. Its name is Ello Pants. I don't even know what that means. But Ello Pants is horrified of my kids and has found salvation in me. And so now when it hears my voice, it like comes to the door and it's like, hello, big fat human dad. Come save me from these other kittens and from your terrible children. So we've bonded a bit. I don't believe I'll be adopting a kitten because they grow into cats. But but for now, it's pretty cute.
All right, so Ello Pants, the new member of the Nice family.
Ello Pants. We have Ello Pants. We have Skibbity.
Jesus.
Ello Pants, Skibbity, Steve, because we're in a Minecraft right now.
All right.
We have
my name's Steve.
Yeah, we have a Steve. We have a Chip. We have Chip. I don't know how he got named Chip, but he's a little guy. And then we have a Beaky. I don't even know if that's spelled B-E-E or B-E-A. We're gonna go with B-E-A. Like it's a Beaky. He's sneaky.
Yeah, like a beaky.
Beaky
Okay.
Sneaky. But yeah, I mean, all your story makes sense there, Mike. I just was just curious how you hate Boston in one sport but love them in another. It's interesting. But
all right, now we move to what I thought was the hardest one, and that is college football. A lot of teams when you're on the move, hard decisions to be made. But Sean, we will start with you.
Anyway, selling the
Obviously,
guy.
we know. Let them know where you start and where you go.
All right. So college football, go Irish. Notre Dame household, Notre Dame everything. Knew the words to "Cheer, Cheer for Old Notre Dame" before I knew the words to the national anthem.
In
Just kind of
hindsight,
one of the
right choice.
yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, but yeah, it's hard. There's so many teams, and I want to pick like a small school, but at the same time, I want a school that's like challenging for everything. And when I really broke it down, and unfortunately, this lands me way too close to Dallas, but that's fine. The more I thought about it and who's competitive and like what I could watch on TV and who I think has a shot at like turning things around, has a cool rivalry, has a lot of cool traditions, and is a place where football is more important than anything else in the world. I landed on the Texas Longhorns.
Texas forever.
Yeah, man, I'm not a don't mess with Texas kind of guy. Clearly, Dallas sucks.
All right.
But man, those Longhorns games seem fun. That the fans there seem electric. Seems like a party every time, and they know their football and they understand. I'm gonna take Texas Longhorns because I think it's a great party, and I think I think I'd get along there just fine.
And like when you're talking uniforms and colors,
Classic.
like the burnt orange and white is
Dope.
So great. The one year when I used to play church softball, I was tasked with getting us new uniforms. And we had played in a tournament the year before, and a team had these burnt orange jerseys, and I went, oh yeah. And like, so when I was tasked with it, I'm like, this is easy because we're gonna go burnt orange with the jersey so that I can buy a Texas hat to wear when I'm playing ball because the burnt orange is fucking great.
Yep.
So yeah,
Well, and that's just it. Like when you're a college football fan, you also kind of like you're like, oh, and these other sports too. Like I'm gonna kind of pull for them. You know, like I'm not a huge like Notre Dame women's basketball fan.
but if
But
they're in
like
the
if I'm
tourney,
watching a
let's
women's
go.
basketball tournament and they're playing, of course I'm gonna root for them. They're like they're my
Frozen
college,
Fours.
right?
We're a multi-time
Texas is a
fencing
pretty
national
good,
champion.
pretty
Let's
good school.
fucking go.
Yeah, Texas is a pretty good school in some other sports as well. So you know it kind of works out. That's why Stanford was a finalist, but I just can't do it as a Notre Dame fan. It's just enough of an irksome.
It's an annual rival, and even though there's not much competition there in recent years, it's still a rival.
Mascot's a stupid fucking tree.
Right, that
did not help.
And a dumb looking tree too. Like it's not even like a good looking mascot.
Texas has a real freaking Longhorn steer,
right?
Like
and Matthew McConaughey.
And they have Matthew McConaughey. That helped a ton. I'm not gonna lie. That
and
helped.
the Undertaker.
That's true.
Mark from Texas is a big
Unfortunately, they have the Simses, which is
yeah. Well, and they're in Texas.
Now they have a Manning.
That's true, at least for now.
At least for now.
All right, Mikey B. Where are you from and where are you going?
Sean Sup, Coastal Carolina, Chanticleer. I know if Kyle was here, he'd be already playing the Sco Ducks theme song, quack quack motherfucker. They were a finalist. I'm not gonna lie to you, just solely on the fact that I could wear 39 different jerseys over the course of 10 games.
Lose so much money every year
just to fuck with you guys. Here it is, boys. But then I started thinking about some things, and something stuck out to me. I didn't want to go to a powerhouse. Felt like going to a powerhouse was a cheap out. So, that crosses out your SEC teams, your Miamis, your Florida States, because fuck them.
So you're going to LSU?
No,
family.
I'm not joining the family, as my shirt says. No.
Just kidding, Kyle. It's okay.
As I reside in South Florida, I will take the trek north, but not too far north. About 2 hours to the land of Disney. I will hang my allegiance with alleged national champion, the UCF Golden Knights.
You can follow student of the game Kyle Nash, the black and gold banneret.
Ding.
The Space U jerseys, the blue, the powder
Space
blue
U is badass.
the black and gold, the way that it sits on those
They call
jerseys.
the stadium the bounce house, for
Hey,
Christ's
but
sake.
Colorado's black and gold. You could be a Colorado
You need to leave.
Buffalo. Cordell Stewart, throwback.
Yeah, okay, and I can wear anyone
I was
else.
going to say Tim Biakabatuka, but is that even where he played?
French, but you're an asshole.
Was Tim Biakabatuka also? Didn't they have a running
I
back?
think so.
Rashawn
I think so.
Salam.
Oh, Rashad Salam, definitely.
Biakabatuka, I think, was a
Shut the
Wolverine.
fuck up, Donnie.
Yeah, UCF Golden Knights charge on. They have a cool mascot. I like I said, I love the jersey combination. They're close. I could go to games. They play in the Big 12. I could see some really good teams in the Big 12 that they would be playing.
Very true.
In the bounce house.
Texas
and
being in the ACC now was like a big reason why I was like,
SEC.
well, that would be or SEC. I mean, it would be instead of the Big 12. I was like, yep, I'll go see some.
See, and the thing is I
Auburn
couldn't wait to see a Big 12 team come into the bounce house undefeated, and they're sitting at like 5-5, and they just upset them, and we get to storm the
Get
fucking
wrecked,
crowd.
nerd.
We get to storm the field. Get wrecked, nerd. We're taking this goalpost with us. So
Guys,
yeah,
get over there to UCF game. It's really not that far.
charge on.
There you go. Yeah, so this one, look, I know
This is the most intriguing pick of the night to everyone that's watching.
and again, I know EJ and Kyle, they're sitting here saying bullshit, because
Marge.
look, we know my wife is a Michigan fan. We know. So like everybody thinks that the obvious answer here is I'm just gonna support her like I did with the Phillies.
But
And I'm
wherever
gonna
you
be
go,
with-
they could just still be your number two.
Where's Lee
Right.
Corso at?
And because
Not so fast, my friend.
Put
Not
the
so
headset.
fast, my
Put the
friend.
mascot
Not
head
so
on.
fast, not so fast, not so fast.
But like, look, I have been a Notre Dame fan since birth.
Right.
I can't be an actual Michigan fan.
No.
I can't.
No.
I can't. Like growing up, because growing up, we did play them pretty much every year for a while. There was 3 games. If you weren't going to be able to see all 11, now 12, there was 3 games you always saw. Navy, USC, Michigan.
Michigan.
Those are the
Michigan
3.
was always early.
Michigan was always early, always in September. Navy
Week 1 or
usually-
week 2. Navy
Yeah,
midway
Navy-
point. USC.
USC at the end.
Navy usually in that October range. If it's in
Yep.
South Bend, USC's in October. If it's in California, it's the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
And then you flip flop Stanford.
Yep.
But
But there's a lot of like spurred little Notre Dame rivalries that like block you. When I was looking at comment, well, Purdue's out, Michigan State's out,
State out,
Stanford's
Penn
out.
State out, Pitt out,
There's a ton of them that you're just like, well,
Boston
that's
College.
Boston College out.
that had no chance. It's
Yeah,
in the city of
that didn't
Boston.
stand a chance. They've ruined 2 undefeated Notre Dame.
I'm not-
seasons.
So whenever I ended up falling on
Shit.
UCF, like I had like 4 teams that I had it narrowed down to, and I went back and forth even like, no, I don't think I could root for them. Like the 2 my 2 honorable mentions were West Virginia and Tennessee, just for the atmosphere in their stadium.
West Virginia came up in my mind, but they're just enough of a thorn in Notre Dame's side at
Yeah.
times. Like I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Now,
I
our
can
last
wear-
national championship did come against them.
Also,
I
there
can
was
wear
a
a-
West Virginia game we went to in South Bend where that stupid mascot was firing a musket off right in our ears.
Davy Crockett.
I'm a
Holy
I
cow.
can wear a Pat McAfee, a Pat White, and a Steve Slayton throwback though.
Well, that's true.
Sign me up for all of the West Virginia.
But here's the thing. To
Name
West
is
Virginia,
Sarah
kudos to them. They're busting out a really badass throwback this year, but then also their blue helmets, they're going back to the blue sparkle and not
Yep.
the flat blue.
Yep.
So 2 good things on them. Welcome back to Morgantown, Rich Rodriguez. A name that my wife just
So-
wherever, like upstairs in the house.
So
I
enough
was
with the
just-
pageantry, Jim.
Love it.
Where are we landed?
Well, I thought about Texas. Okay, I did think about Texas. It was a strong consideration. And ultimately, I was like, I already have one team in Texas that disappoints me. I probably shouldn't pick another one.
That's fair.
University of Phoenix.
And then I just started thinking, I'm like, well, I can't go SEC. I fought Kyle enough. I can't just move to the SEC.
Outside of Texas, there's no one in the SEC who would like.
No, absolutely not.
I thought Auburn for a second. I'm like,
I mean, Texas A&M. That's where Dak Prescott went.
Well, that's true. It's Mississippi State.
Yeah, Mississippi State
Johnny
too.
Manziel.
But then that's just a reminder that Dak hasn't lived up to his his hype and doubt.
Let me get all that Manziel money.
Oh, now I want to get a throwback. I changed my mind. I'm gonna text Dana, get my
So
Johnny Manziel
ultimately, I go, wait, and I live in a state where Penn State fans the Penn State fans are the reason we hate Penn State. Like, I don't really have a reason to hate Penn State. Notre Dame's played them 19 times in their history. Like, it's not a long rivalry. They've only played a handful of times in my life. But their fans, I hate them. So I need a team in the Big Ten because I want the opportunity to screw Penn State over.
Let's go Hoosiers
Every year. And then I thought, uniforms. What am I gonna look good in? What am I gonna do? So, Mike, I'm glad you didn't take them because I am going to Eugene. Sko Ducks.
Go Ducks.
And their fight song is actually my high school alma mater. Mine and Sean's high school alma mater is the same tune. So
quack quack motherfucker.
There you go. Quack quack motherfucker.
I couldn't pick the Ducks because I knew one of you was gonna fucking do it. So
Yeah, as we're recording, somewhere Kyle just broke.
The finalist that I missed was Georgia Tech. I like the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. I like the opportunity. There's some good throwbacks there.
I could get a Megatron jersey.
Get the Megatron across the back.
Yes, Megatron, not
Joe Anawai throwback.
Yep.
Roman Reigns. So
right. Georgia Tech was definitely a finalist.
Would have been a good choice.
I fully expect after this episode airs to get a text from both EJ and Kyle trying to call bullshit on me not moving to Ann Arbor.
I should have just picked Georgia since most of my defense in the NFL played at Georgia. Literally half of us. So just
there you go.
I mean, let's be fair. Ernest would have left Florida State and probably went to Alabama.
Well, I will say he claims Michigan as his number 2 along with 13 other teams. But he claims Michigan as number 2, so I would say he would.
Well, he stutters when he counts. So he's like 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 3
1A 2B B B B B B B B B.
So
Chiefs.
So I'd say he'd probably go Michigan. And I mean, Kyle, I don't think actually has a true college football team. He covers.
If Kyle was on this, there's no way to pick what Kyle would have picked, because if Kyle was on this show,
they would be in the
SEC.
SEC.
Also tried to find I don't even think he would do. He would find some where you went small school. He would have found some hole in the wall school and had some cool reason for. He likes to have some reasons for doing that stuff.
He would have picked wherever Mackenzie Milton transferred after his knee injury, or he would have been the University of Louisiana Monroe because I love the Raging Cajuns.
Well, that's true.
Into that. You could just go to your Tulane.
I could have saw that.
You could go to your Tulane there, Mike. You could go there.
New Orleans Department of Transportation University.
Let's go to the one that was my easiest pick.
All right, yeah, let's go to the National Football League. Mike, we'll start with you
because this one's not close.
Obviously, Houday, Bengal fan. This one I think was actually one of the tougher ones for me. Obviously, living in the state of Florida, I was like, okay, I have some choices here that I can make. I do not want to be a Dolphins fan. I've watched Tua Tagovailoa throw up more gang signs than gangs in South Florida. Obviously, Tampa was a front runner. The Creamsicles, Baker Mayfield.
We have both varieties of the Creamsicle for this year too.
But then there's an asterisk, and part of the reason why I didn't land in Tampa Bay, because for a 5-year stretch they called it Tampa Bay. Sorry. So then I started thinking.
Yeah, but that brought us Gronk. I can't even be mad that Tom came down here because Gronk was around.
Yeah, because Gronk came and he partied. So then I started thinking about some other teams in the area, and I was like, well, the fraud cons, but well, they're frauds. New Orleans is New Orleans, meh. So I went and they're not a good team, but they're a team on the rise. And I will go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Bank of America Stadium, and I will go with the Carolina Panthers. I like Chuba
Wow,
Hubbard.
I don't expect someone to pick them. That's cool.
I like Chuba Hubbard. I like Bryce Young, what he's been doing with his development.
And you can get a Tim Biaka-Patuka jersey, since I mentioned him earlier.
Bingo.
Fantastic uniforms.
Great combination. And even the one year where they had like the super electric blue.
Oh yeah, the color rush electric blue. But now
God,
they got the black helmet, the blue jersey, black pants, blue socks.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
That's one of the best uniform combos in the National Football League.
I went them, and the other team that I was realistically like heavily on was the Tennessee Titans.
I like the Tennessee Titans, and you get the Oilers throwbacks with that.
You do get the Oilers throwbacks, and Will Levis is already dead for the year. So
and he's dead.
True. There's no mayonnaise on the sandwiches in Tennessee.
Nothing. Ironically, he slipped on a puddle of mayonnaise, and that's what
I heard him so.
There you go. All right, Sean. Oh, we lost Mike there for a second. I'm sure. I think there was maybe a family something happened in the background. We'll get him back momentarily, I'm sure. Sean, where would you go?
This isn't even close. Would being a Buccaneers fan be the worst thing in the world? No. I've been to the stadium. It's kind of cool. Although weirdly they sing Country Roads Take Me Home as like a tradition. Even though it says
sports teams that do that.
West Virginia. And I'm like, how are you not? It was like the fourth quarter. I'm like, how are you not singing a pirate shanty? Like, I feel like this is.
I mean, they sing "Thank God I'm a Country Boy" in Baltimore.
But you're pirates. You're the Buccaneers. You could just sing a pirate shanty. You don't have to sing John fucking Denver, right? Like, it was weird. But otherwise, I mean, I think dressing as a pirate to games would be dope. But the Buccaneers are a distant second to the one fan base that I would leap to in a heartbeat if the Eagles no longer existed or for some reason I was banned from the franchise for whatever reason, and that is the Minnesota Vikings.
Skull.
Not only do I think the purple and yellow work in pretty much every combination they've ever used, but dressing as a Viking every weekend would be one of the coolest things that a human being could do for any reason. And if it supports you, like the fact that they have fans that have these like custom built hundreds of dollars or more Viking helmets that they pass down like to their kids. And like the kids get like a starter helmet to make sure that they're worthy of the family helmet. Like this, that's the kind of shit that I get behind. You know, they got Viking chants. They play Viking like they stick to it. They don't sing John freaking Denver. They play Viking horns. Thank you. And man, there's just a ton of great players. I mean, like getting the Randy Moss throwbacks. There's different eras of the purple and yellow.
Chris Carter.
Yeah, it's a good one. I could still wear a Randall Cunningham. Right?
Dante
and Randall Cunningham, both
Dante, bang, bang, get your roll on Culpepper.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot. Let them know. You know what I mean? But, man, I don't like, I mean, just the ability to be, I mean, I'm practically like, I feel like with the exception of the pillaging and the fighting and generally being tough at all, I have the heart of a Viking somewhere. It's in there.
It's in there.
I like everything else about it except the pillaging and the fighting and generally most Viking things. But dressing as one would be dope. And
Viking funerals are great.
Send me to the cold. Put me in a dome.
Vikings
all day.
Sign me up. All right. Obviously, I would have to make the choice to leave Dallas. Can't say it's not been something
a lot of players are going to make that choice soon.
Can't say it's not something I've already considered.
The easiest choice Big Jim made.
You could leave with Micah Parsons.
Damn this loyalty, because boy, have I thought about moving. But you know, and there's I could go to Detroit. Up to Man Campbell.
You won't.
I will not. I will not.
Hit the soundbite. We know it's coming.
Homer.
There's actually two choices. Because if I'm already moving.
Got it. better than us.
I can justify moving twice.
Nobody.
So right now, yes, it is easy. I am 1,000% taking my talents to SoFi and the Jim Harbaugh Chargers.
Go
Funny if you'd
Chargers,
gone
go.
to SoFi and been like, and the Rams.
Let's go, Sean McVay.
Go McVay.
I
Rams are
love Jim Harbaugh. If I had the choice, and again, I understand you do, but you don't. I don't. I will be a Cowboys fan. I will hate my life until I cease to exist. But I would absolutely go to Harbaughville out in LA and just be weird with Jim. And like, I mean, yesterday there's
I don't think you get to hang out with him just for being a fan, Jim. I don't think
that's true.
But you could be a couple of gyms.
Yeah, like I think he would appreciate the spirit of that. But like yesterday, while as we're recording yesterday, there's a clip of him watching like practice, and he's like behind like this tarp, like I guess like in like a tent, and he just like pokes his head out watching the quarterbacks play, and it's like it's an automatic meme, and I'm like, this motherfucker is the coolest. So I'm gonna go live there until Jim Harbaugh is no longer the coach there. Then I'll follow him.
But to be fair, like they would be a finalist for me. Like I didn't have to think about the NFL because I've talked about being a Viking for a very long time. So, but like the Chargers, we've talked about every time. It's like, well, what jerseys would you?
Uniforms
like,
are
so
great.
many variations of those Chargers uniforms that are fantastic.
When they
Think
just
about the Dan Fouts area.
Well, they just busted back out the blue helmet, the Superchargers, like the Tomlinson era uniforms.
The LT area where they went with the dark blue and the white, when they rocked that, LT looked so good. The dark blue with the black visor and the white helmet.
They added a yellow color rush because man,
I would go Dan Fouts there. I'd get a Dan Fouts jersey.
Jim Harbaugh's great. But then ultimately later on in life, whenever Jim Harbaugh is no longer the head coach there,
I don't think you're allowed to leave twice, Jim.
I mean, I'm the host. I get to make the rules.
That's fair.
Then I would ultimately settle again, as I have already done with my main baseball team and my replacement basketball team. I'd settle in the Beltway area. I would be a Ravens fan at the end of it.
Ravens.
Yeah. Well, certainly not going to be a Commanders fan, Sean.
You just ruined that dinner. Thanks, bud.
Sorry, Mike. I should have given you
Earth.
Content warning there, but
he's going where the other Harbaugh coached.
Yeah, exactly. And
Harbaugh
won a Super Bowl there.
Harbaugh rhymes with horrible. It's fine.
but Mike,
March.
You can.
He went with Homer and with March.
Yeah, just went with both. Just
Homer, March.
Oh, the Denver Broncos.
Who's better than us? Nobody.
Also, hearing that on the opening, when you play that on the opening on the nobody, there's a weird part of that clip that sounds like I feel like it sounds incredibly Lou Holtz-ish, and I was like, wait, is it? I'm like, hold on.
Well, no, it's too articulated to be Lou Holtz.
Well, we're talking early.
I put their pants on the same way we do.
That was more electric than the San Diego or LA Chargers.
All right. That's where we're gonna wrap it up. We've all moved in all of our sports. God,
that Lou Holtz impersonation is going to burn into my skull. Tell us where you can
on the same way everybody else does, one leg at a time. All right, Mike, if you can breathe, where can people follow you on Twitter?
Take the pants off the same way everybody else does. Pickup line out there in South Bend. Anyway,
you can follow me on Twitter at @TheyCallMeBurn. That's all I got because Lou Holtz just ended this show.
There we go, Sean.
Yeah, you can't find me hanging around Lou Holtz, but you can find me on Twitter at Sean Shine State. Should be a good time. Keep following me. Watch for Eagles memes. Watch for football stuff coming up. It's always when my Twitter picks up.
All right, very good. You can follow me on Twitter on Blue Sky at Big Jim Sports. But make sure you're following along with the show. We're at Huddle Up Podcast on Facebook, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Twitter. We are on Instagram at Huddle Up Podcast Inc. You can get our merchandise over on the T Public store. You can get us and subscribe on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button there at Huddle Up Podcast. You can get our all of our shows on all podcast platforms. So next week we'll be back live 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, August the 5th. We'll be ranking the top 16 NFL quarterbacks going into the new season. And then 2 weeks from now, we will have our final offseason episode. It'll be a Mount Rushmore of current NFL uniforms. And then we start back live for our new live season beginning August the 19th with our college football preview. We'll be getting ready for week 1A. And the entire college football season will be off and running for the new year. So thank you for your support, both in season and off season. We can't thank you enough. Until next week when we are live talking some NFL stuff with you, we hope you have a great week and stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the win.